I mean, sorry, pardon mon français. Yeah, this is great fun. Hold on. Maybe invite James back. Maybe didn't minimize anything. It wouldn't let me stop. It wouldn't let me end the stream. Right, let me paste this to James. I'm so sorry, people. It was arguing so well. Oh, I'm probably me with my 45 tabs open. There's those. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good afternoon, or go. No. Like I'm live, I think. Am I live? Yes, Catherine, can you see me? Hear me and all that McJizzles. Let me see if I can get James back. James. Oh, James has disappeared. How weird was that? Can anybody share this in the other live chat? Oh, can anybody share the link for this in the other live chat? If it's still up, because it looks like it's still up. Could somebody, one of you beauts, do that? Catherine or Lisa? The two is. So together, much love, darling. I need to try and get James back in. James. Where's me, James? James. Oh, I was shut out. I know. It crashed. It crashed, my friend. Welcome back, James. Come on. Let's manifest James, everybody. Let's manifest James. Ooh, I see a James on screen. Do you know what I mean?
Hey.
Hi.
What's this? Gemini is your new AI assistant from Google. I don't want to ask that anything.
Huh?
Oh, this thing popped up on my screen about AI Gemini can be your assistant, and it happened last time too. I don't know what that was about. So.
Oh, all phones have got bloody AI built into them now anyway, so I don't even know why I asked you, because it's just there anyway. But yes, we're back. I don't know what's happened there. I have never had that happen. Did you notice it was when we both done a funny hand movement and it just couldn't go? That's our energy, James. That's our energy. The Groundhog Day.
Like even when we were testing it at the end, it kept shutting me out. I'm like, what's going on? Don't move my hands. Don't move my hands.
Hi. Let's wave very slowly.
Yeah, Will Ferrell and Talladega Nights, and he's just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my hands. And they're like, just hold them down beside you. And he's like,
I'll turn James up. Do you need James up a little bit? Let me turn James up. Let me turn you up. Oh, what were we? Live chat's gone. I'm on my phone. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. I was just hi MK. Hi, Frangleberry Pigeon Pie. Hi, Surviving Together, SASS. Hi, TLB Naoki. Good evening, inmates. I like that. Lisa Sterling, yes, we are back. Thank you so much for bearing with us. That was weird.
It's Groundhog Day.
It's gonna do
this. Last year it did it to us, right? Something about the Groundhog Day energy.
Yes, exactly. What? Oh, yeah. So last time we were we had started our stream 20 minutes into the conversation. I'm like, how's there nobody in the live chat? Like, I'm not saying I've got loads of viewers, but obviously, like, somebody will pop in. I was like, James, we're not live. He's like, what? I was like, we're not live, mate. And we'd just done a big, massive splash, so we had to start all over again. That's so funny. Oh my God, yes.
It's the energy of the day.
It is the energy of the day. And as I was saying, you know, I'm over here celebrate. I mean, do you celebrate it as such?
Well, I think like down in the US where Punxsutawney Phil is, I was watching it live this morning. It's quite a big event. And I think here in Ontario, we have Wyerton Willie, which is the name of the groundhog in the town of Wyerton.
I need to find them.
They have like a big Groundhog Day celebration there, and you know, festivities and music.
Wyerton Willie. Oh my God, there's a live stream, mate. Oh, it's ready to roll. Let's see if we can find the live stream. Surely we can stick it on for like 2 minutes. Oh,
Hey, if we're reacting to it and we're adding to the content of or whatnot,
yeah.
like there's hundreds of
Oh,
channels out there that all they do is react
I've
to
got
other
City
people's stuff.
News.
So
I've got City News. That's probably just their little segment. Let's see if it's not like hammered with it. Right, okay. Yeah, I think I've got it. I think I've got it. Let me put this on the screen for Bants. Let me put this on the goddamn screen. I'm gonna not see James for a sec. Sorry, guys. Oh, oh, she says. Hold on. If it bloody worked. Chrome, please. I would like the Chrome onto my screen. Oh, there we go. Wired and Willie. Here we go. Let me see if I've got the bloody audio on desktop because I'll end up playing it and I won't have. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. If you can see my screen, if I looked at the screen a year ago, I'd be like, I'm not doing that, but I'm learning. I'm learning. Right, so we've got Wired and Willie. I love this. So the concept, right? Just explain the concept first before I show this video, James, because what does it mean that the groundhog does? Please explain.
okay. So like the groundhog comes out and he sees his shadow if the sun is out, or if the sun isn't out, he doesn't see his shadow. And I think it's like if the groundhog sees his shadow, it means there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And if he doesn't see his shadow, it means we're gonna have an early spring, or vice versa. I
Aye,
can't
because
remember
it'll be
exactly.
the sun surely. So if he sees his shadow, that means that the spring's coming. And if there's no shadow, there's no sun. So I don't know.
Right.
I'm just
So I think it
guesstimating.
might be like if he sees his shadow, there's 6 more weeks of winter. I think it's more of like, maybe they get scared of their shadow and they run back down their hole.
I love that.
So
That's cute. I'm gonna play it just now. If I can just, ooh, I'm gonna have to just wheek James away the new. And yeah, let's find out what Wiarton Willie says.
See the sun. So that everybody knows what that means. 1, 2, 3. It's an early spring.
Oh, right.
The mayor and Warren Willie predict an early spring, and I'm not certain if that's going to be his campaign
Oh, look
slogan or not,
at
but
him.
he's maybe running again, and that will get at least half the crowd happy.
Bells in
yeah,
his
see, I
ears.
can't see what you guys are seeing. So
Town criers for Willie. We're proud to proclaim no.
I just don't like them ringing bells in that wee baby's ears. I don't. Right, okay. I'm getting a bit traumatized. Zoe, stop triggering yourself, animals.
Shadow he spotted. No
so I was watching the Wiarton Willie live feed this morning, and it's quite the do. And they go and they've got this cane that they knock on its tree trunk house, and they have a handler and they pull it out, and there's this great big huge festivity. Looks like a lot of fun. Something to break up the monotony between Christmas and our actual first day of spring,
Absolutely.
perhaps.
Well,
Right?
yeah. This is literally halfway through. I'm going to get you back on the screen, honey. 2 seconds. This is the halfway point from winter solstice to spring equinox. So
Right.
that's what Imbolc is that bit right in the middle. So we're not quite at
Okay.
the spring equinox. We're halfway from the winter solstice to the equinox. According to the Celtic like wheel of the year, that's what I follow.
Yep.
We've got like Selene, we've got Beltane, we've got Linnas, we've got loads of things. Yeah, that's what I do. But yeah, like I think that's cute that you've got like this little. I mean, it all ties to nature in my eyes. Using the animals, using the position of the sun, and you were right. If it doesn't see the sun, there's going to be an early spring. That's what they just said.
Yep.
Um,
And it's sunny today here. It is sunny. All this light over
I love
here.
that.
This is all sun coming in.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful here today.
I love that.
I
We've had
can
a couple of nice days. Yeah, while you give us a little show, I'm going to
see that
download that
sunny.
video. 2 seconds, sorry. James sent me a video I need to just send to my laptop. Because I'm
Right,
now
as in when we were doing our stream last year, if for all the people that have seen the movie Groundhog Day, that's what I'm all about, is the repeating behavior, not learning things, destined to repeat the behaviors of the year before. And well, Zoe, and witnessed like last winter. Well, 2 winters ago, I had a fantastic winter. I started doing house renovations. I was taking down old wallpaper. It kept me busy in between gardening season. And then last winter, I had the word discipline stole from my brain, and I was depressed, and I didn't cross-country ski, I didn't do any house renos, any of those things. But this year, I was determined to get back to myself, and I had a great summer, a fantastic harvest, a good fall, and then 2026 came along, and I started working out on turning my den into a functional kitchen. And it's just been fantastic. There's so much work has been done. A lot left to do, but I'm very proud of the work that's been done and very impressed with the progress. I can't wait to show you.
Zoe, hurry up and download that. I'm trying. It's been a bit. Right, hold on. Yes, I think I've got it. Hold on, let me just make sure I have. Right, Zoe, concentrate. What are you actually doing here? You're closing that down. Right, hold on. Too many windows, too many tabs open. Too many windows, too many. Right, yeah, okay.
How many windows do you have open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Just to add. Yeah, right. So when me and James were doing our test earlier on, right, our wee audio test, which clearly didn't go like bang on. Yeah, I always ask my guests to count to 10 backwards, and we do it, and he was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So please, anybody in the comments, if you remember this, James is disappearing again.
No way. I'm still here.
Like that box music. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you remember that.
Right. I hope somebody knows it other than us, because if they don't, we've really just dated ourselves.
I don't give a shit. I'm proud to be my bunny age. No, that honestly, like, I just love things that take us back, and it's like we were just both on that vibe and just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, love it. I love it. Yeah, that was a wee blast from the past. I loved that Sesame Street, man. Honestly, like, loved it. I've still got a Fozzie Bear.
Fantastic show.
I've still got Fozzie Bear from when I was 1 year old. I was gifted a Fozzie Bear, and he's big, and you can put your hand in his head and use him like a puppet.
Nice.
And I've still got him, and I'm like over 45, shall we say? That's as far as I'm going. We're revealing the age. Over 45.
Over 45 and fisting puppets. Oh my, there's a stream and a half.
I'm going to make that a shirt. Hilarious. I was actually going to go run through and get them, but then I was like, no, then you'll be sitting doing puppet things on your stream, and we're not doing that. We're not here for that. That's a whole other podcast. Where I've got my wee puppet, you've got your wee puppet, and we'll sit and do a wee show. Everybody in the chat's going to be like, what the fuck are they smoking? What are we smoking? So yeah, I have been making little changes. I think this is the perfect time for spring cleaning. You know, people wait till spring. No, get out when it's spring, when it's this, and it's like the wee fermentation. You know, seeds are starting to take off, they're growing. Clear all your crap out, because energy doesn't like clutter. And if you clear it all out, it welcomes new energy in. And that's exactly this time of year for all that fermenting and growing in little baby steps. So I went to like TK Maxx and I got myself a couple of tracksuit bottoms and zip-ups for going back to the gym. The other week, I'm like, I'm going to the gym. And then Friday came and I was like, it's cold, it's wet, like, shut up, Zoe, you're not going to the gym. But I wasn't harsh on myself, just listened to my body. I wasn't forcing it. And I feel amazing when I'm training, and I have put weight on, and I'm happy with it. I'm fine with that. We've just had winter. I've just been stuffing my face. And then when spring comes...
I stuffed way too much sugar in my body since Halloween. And yeah, I definitely, my body feels it. And I'm glad to be back into the 2026 and starting to eat healthier again and getting all the, cleaning done. Like, just... go through the cupboards, get rid of stuff that's not good anymore. Right? Just get rid of things that you don't use, donate them or bin them or recycle them, depending on, you know?
Exactly. And one man's rubbish is another man's treasure.
treasure.
Yeah, so don't like bucket stuff. Like if you got, there's a lot of these really good apps now that are like pick it up now and you can have it. And when I moved house, I was putting like my fish tank on my bench outside, and I was like, it's on my bench in my garden, go and get it. And it was taken 9 out of 10 times. And some women set up a tank for their son and stuff. So I love passing stuff on. It's a good feeling. Like,
Totally.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
absolutely.
Like if it's not garbage, don't like if you can find a place to reduce, reuse, or recycle, because there's a chance out there somebody wants what you have.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing. Always remember there's somebody always a lot worse off than you, you know, when you're in your depths of despair and you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to money or food or whatever your situation. There's always somebody worse out there. Pardon me, sorry. I was going to eat my dinner and then I didn't and I ran out of time and then I've sat down and my belly's like rumbling like a mad woman. So I do apologise if you hear some growls. It's not James. It's my belly.
Or if you hear any whining, it's my dog. She's whining because she doesn't have my full attention at the moment.
Oh, like a lady should. God damn it.
Yeah.
We're not needy, honestly. Oh, yeah, I was doing that video.
My house has been in such a disarray, right? So she's like, always like, there's everything's in her way. And oh, here, I'll move this one.
Where did I put that goddamn video? I'm going to find it. Yeah, show your dog. Get the damn dog. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? I love her. Can I pet that dog? Sorry.
What's this? What's this? Hi.
Where the goddamn hell did I stick that video now? Media file. Video. Oh, video clips. Oh, yeah. I need to stop doing that as well. It's really bad. Right, hold on. You just do dog things and I'll tell me we've not frozen. No, we've not frozen.
Yeah, my dog's lying down behaving herself right now. So everyone in the comments that I can't see who's here, I want to thank you all for joining us. Remind you how amazing you are and that you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Give yourself a break and, you know, forgive yourself for over relaxing, because there's no such thing as over relaxing. Sometimes we all work really hard at what we're doing, and sometimes, like Zoe says, we need that rest. The planet gets that rest. The planet gets wintertime. Why don't we? It's because we've been trained. Get up, go to work, you know, work Monday to Friday, sit at home and drink all day Saturday, recuperate on Sunday, go back to work on Monday. It's a vicious, horrible cycle, you know.
Totally agree. Well said, James. Well said. Stay out the matrix, people. Right, I think I've got your video, by the way. I think that was absolute perfect timing. Oh, shoot, is that playing now? No, I'm not ready for you. Right, hold on. Sorry. I'm in control. Right, hold on. Why did it just start? I don't want it to start. I'll decide. Right, anyway, we're just going to watch it. And it's going to be in a really silly place because I've not done the studio thing. But hey-ho. So, explain what it is first before we watch it, please, James.
So that video is just like a quick look of what the room looked like. It's just the new plywood.
With hard work, anything's possible, guys. You know, a couple of years ago, I got these subfloors put in because the floor underneath was bad. This wall was bad, so we had a lot of repairs done, and it took a lot of time and a couple of years of this green tarp covering the subfloor that we put down.
Like, I'm not jealous at all.
Last year, I was able to afford to buy the new floor to put down, which hopefully will be put in the next day or so, as we slowly get this turned into a kitchen, so that we can do larger meal preparation, etc. So
that's how I measure things.
Keep our prayers
measuring something like a log, I use an elbow to my hand,
that
and
we
then I'll
pull
go to
this
another
together
place.
in the next year or so, guys. Updates to come.
And it's totally wrong. So yeah, that's what you've been working on. That's fantastic, James. I give you credit. And I think the last few years you were finding the balance yourself into the ground, or you were harsh on yourself when you felt tired, and you were doing the must do it, and you weren't hydrating yourself slightly.
No, I know.
I would fill your child.
Get that big hydration mug.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you made the short out of it. Because I always send James gifts in the summer of, like, the guy drinking the big, massive pail of water. And I'm always like, James, hydrate. Because he's doing the gardening. He's out all day. And I know what James is like. He won't take a break. He'll just keep going. So it's been like a running joke for a couple of years, and then I'll need to find it. James done a short of him literally like drinking all the water. You maybe had to be there. You maybe
Yeah.
had to be there, but yeah, it was
Well,
banter.
the short is hilarious. I've had a lot of comments from my friends of like, dude, that's hilarious. But so,
Brilliant.
yeah, since January, that room that just had that roll of flooring on a green tarp has made a massive transformation. And I would like to take this time to unveil to you all a first-time peek at where we stand. I will disconnect my phone from my tripod.
Don't even know if you'll pick that up. That was my drum beat.
And we will come into the red wall is now white with antibacterial paint, and we have counters built.
Wow.
And we have the walls here have all been painted as well with antibacterial paint. And we have one of our counters installed here as well, which will be a service counter. Over here, we have our sink counters that have been built, and the plumbing has been ran. I have my sinks purchased, or our sinks are installed. We still have to put the tile in, but we have our taps. And, pretty soon.
Brilliant, James.
I will get some. In the next year, I'd like to get double wall ovens installed here. And then, it'll be great because I can come in and I can wash all my produce and nice counters, and then come over here. This will be moved up against this wall. And I'll be able to do all kinds of pastries and cookies and cakes. And then people can come through this door here to the counter that I would be standing here behind the counter saying like, hey, buy stuff and get out,
And I'm going to get you a wee penny. I'm going to get you what you call an apron, and we call them a penny. I am going to get you one. I'm not going to tell you what's going to be on it because I've not decided yet, but I'm going to get you a fucking badass wee penny for your wee shop. Like, I love this, James. It's like playing houses and you're playing shops, but it's actually real. And I would like everybody to know that James does this all on his own. He gets absolutely no finance with it. He gets no donations or anything. So earlier I was saying to James that I would really like to start something for him, like a coffee page, or so we're going to get the ball in motion because it would be really good. James actually feeds homeless people from the produce that he grows in his garden. He goes into food banks, he takes stuff in, and it's all from the goodness of his heart. He did originally have the Pure Love Foundation, so you may have seen stuff on TikTok and things like that. James is now on his own because James Collins cares, and that's his name, and that is him, and it's all from the heart. And that's why not only are you a dear, dear friend, but I love having you on the show because, like, you don't get a lot of men like you. I'm sorry, but you don't. You're very independent, you're doing all this physical labour, and you don't have a partner and stuff, and you're quite isolated and things, So I love that you're a part of the community and you're showing people that it's still okay to like crack on. If you know what I mean, it's your motivation without being like, get there, like you say, get up and fucking do it. Because you've done that and you burnt yourself out and you made yourself ill. And it's good to see you learning.
Man. Yeah, right.
Brilliant.
So I'm glad because that just triggered up here. When I was like that, I was work, and I wasn't making any money because the life to me isn't about making money, but it was about progress and getting things done and just, like, oh, it doesn't matter if I feel broken and shitty, like, get up, don't be so weak. I had done 21 days subliminal mind reprogramming, and it came with all these warnings, right? It's like, warning, this cannot be undone, etc., right? I don't know if anyone else has done this, but please take those warnings for seriousness. Because you cannot undo it. And I did. I worked my ass for over a year to the point where I was mentally getting ill. I was physically beat up and wore down. And then the brain attacked me. It would say, oh, you're lazy. This is why you don't have all these things that other people have, like material possessions and pocket money and going out and all these things. And it became a burden on me to the point where if I wasn't busting my ass, I was abusing myself mentally. And
I know.
It took a lot of work to break that and find my own foundation in my life foundation, in that sense of, yes, you got to work hard and you got to try to achieve more in life, and you have to do the best you can, and you should never quit. Taking a break doesn't mean you quit.
No, you're looking
And
after
sometimes
yourself.
you might need to take a break from something for 6 months or a year before you go back to it, because maybe you tried to put too much of yourself into it, and that's why it broke you. It stopped being fun. It stopped being entertainment. It just became a burden constantly. So
Just lessons.
yeah,
Isn't it?
I
Absolutely
did extra
lessons.
work, and I realized that it's okay to take a break sometimes. It's okay to rest, right? Like my friend would come up to watch movies or whatnot, and I would be in the movie, I'd get up and go and fill the sink with hot water, or I'd go and like sweep the hallway or something like this.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you want to sit down and watch the movie? Because
Totally.
my brain didn't know how to just sit and enjoy company, because I spent so much time by myself
I'm exactly
and
the
just
same.
working.
It's funny you say
Right?
that. Do you think that's what it is? Because I really, like, if I put a movie on, I literally press play and then I get up and walk away from the tablet or whatever I'm watching. But yeah, I went on holiday with obviously a partner years ago, and I remember one of the women saying, does she ever sit still? Does she ever just relax? Because it's obviously a nervous energy as well. Do you know what I mean? And we're probably all very neurodiverse and stuff like that. Obviously, internet does stuff to our brains where but we are programmed to constantly be active. If you're having a rest, you're lazy. That's the biggest one. And we're not lazy. We're looking after ourselves. You can't run on empty. You were running on empty a couple of years ago because you had this mindset. But the thing is, because you're working with fresh produce, shit does have to get done, James. You know?
Yeah.
You don't
It's
have...
true. If you like strawberries, like I don't like...
Yeah.
Like, everyone I know complains about store-bought strawberries. And it's just like, well, yeah, they're not picked ripe.
Excuse me.
They're shit.
Where do I
Right?
live?
So
Scotland. Sorry, but berries, you just said strawberries. I went to the shops today and I could not find one packet from Scotland. They were from Egypt.
Right. Yeah, because Scotland, like, unless there's somewhere growing them indoor.
My mind is blown. I don't get it. Why are we shipping in stuff for Egypt when we live in a country that is like flourishing with berries? Surely.
Yeah.
Like, sorry to interrupt, but it's just I was shocked. I actually meant to film it and show there was Spain, Morocco, Egypt. The remain was for like Kenya, and I'm like, what's wrong with UK produce? Must be something part of the plan.
Well, because people want strawberries in February, and Scotland doesn't have berries in February. So if people want them, they got to bring them from countries that are growing them specifically for export.
Oh, is that why? But can they not like do like hydroponics and shit here, if you know what I mean? Like,
oh, you could if you wanted to put the money in.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that's all making sense. Now I'll just eat season. I'll eat season.
That's right. They say it's seasonally to eat things, like that's it. So like when my
the good woman
strawberries are
knows.
ripening, I don't pick them until they're completely ripe and ready to be juicy. Like there's berries I could pick, say today, that wouldn't be perfectly ripe for another 45 hours or 48 hours. Like 2 days from now, they'd be perfectly ripe, right?
Okay.
So that's when I pick them, when they're perfectly ripe. I'll look at a berry and be like, oh, I could pick this now. It'll still look nice in the basket, but it's not going to taste as nice as it will if I pick it 2 days from now.
Right. Okay.
Right? So I'm selectively harvesting and praying that we don't get torrential rain, because I leave my berries to the point where if we got a torrential rain, it would bruise a lot of the berries.
Exactly. And it would just perish as such, and it would just be like, Yeah.
And when I pick strawberries, they stay fresh in the fridge for 5 to 7 days. Where if you buy store-bought berries, they'll stay good in your fridge for 2 weeks.
Exactly. I had blackberries, and like I literally kind of forgot about them, and I was like, how are they still okay? Like they should be moldy and that, and like obviously I wouldn't eat them, but even to feel them, they were fine. And I'm like, they must be covered in so much shit, like preservatives and all that. Like, nah.
Oil. right? It's generally oil, like seed oils and stuff like this that are sprayed on as a preservatives. And then you have these people that are, why am I gaining all this weight?
Yep, and
I'm eating
allergies.
fresh berries and fresh lettuce and all these things, but they're not washing it good with, say, baking soda, right? To
And
get the preservatives off
I'm
of
going to
them.
start doing that, I think, with Apollo's food as well, like my bunny. Because, yeah, like, I
Is
do
your
worry
bunny
about,
getting obese?
is he getting what?
Obese?
No, it's for
Fat?
it's for the chemicals more like the, because if we spray shit on like crops so that the rabbits don't eat it, then obviously the stuff on that's not going to be good. But it's
Right.
mad that we spray stuff for animals not to eat it and then we eat it ourselves.
No,
Like,
for sure. That's why if people are going to have rabbits as pets, they should get meat rabbits as pets, feed them organic stuff, and then when their pets die, they can eat them.
yeah, and well, that was Love and Light. That was Love and Light, and it's just the banner. Well, today
And they
I
should
went
love you, not running
right.
with the devil.
Totally. Sorry, I'm going to get emails saying you're all Satanists, you're all Satanists. But today, when I went for a wee sunbed and I hung my favourite brand new, shut up, James. My brand new, my brand new hoodie, my bloody biggie smallest one, the fucking rabbits ate the bloody hood. So I'm raging. I'm totes emotion about that, and it's gone past a stitch job. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to
No,
just.
get some Biggie Smalls patches, right? Or and sew the patches to over top of where the bite marks are and custom out your hoodie.
I could actually. I could. He was going to just go in the slow cooker leg. I was like, Dylan, will I just eat the bunny? He's like, oh, I was like, well, he just ate my bloody hoodie. I mean, that's not the
Yeah.
only thing he's eating. He's eating loads. But it's my fault. It's because I've got a washing basket. So I put all my clean clothes in it, but it's got holes in it, like the washing baskets with holes. So he just gets his wee chompers through and whatever's like poking out. Done.
Yep.
He's done it to my Joker hoodie the other week as well. But it's my fault because I leave the stuff on the ground. And talking about spring and bunnies, I keep seeing bunnies out my window in the morning. But you have no idea. That just sets me up for the day. Seeing the birds, hearing the birds and the wee bunnies and
So does it like give an Easter feeling of like I can't wait to have some chocolate bunnies?
No, but there's Easter eggs in the goddamn shops already. Like
Oh man, I love some
all over.
Easter eggs.
Unbelievable. I do like a wee Easter egg. I do. I do. But I've gone off Cadbury's. I'm going to have to get like a lint one. I might actually treat myself because I treated myself this week to some flowers because I think we should. And obviously they're nice colour for like Imbolc and with the candles and stuff. But I think I'm going to treat myself an Easter egg now that you've said that. And I'm going to get an expensive one. And I got mini eggs. I don't know if you have Cadbury's mini eggs in Canada.
We get Cadbury mini eggs all year round. They're
Well,
just there in the street
yeah,
aisle.
yeah, they're like that now, but they're shit. They're not the same. They are not the same. Please, everybody in the chat, if you like chocolate this week, please just buy. And they're so goddamn expensive. A wee bag was like £1.75. A big bag, quite big. I'm like, who would buy
Oh, that's still
£6 one?
cheap. Here, the tiny bag is like $1.98.
Wow. Aye.
Like stuff here has gotten so
But it's
ridiculously
shit.
expensive. Like
Don't.
no, that's why I got to get this kitchen finished so that I can make all my own stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. Like, and I think, see, when obviously Dylan's going to Australia at the end of the year, like, I'm going to save so much more money because it's just going to be me. I'm only going to be cooking for me, so I'm just going to like batch cook and freeze stuff and all that. I say that, but I probably won't. But I'll try. All I can do is try.
Yeah, meal planning, right? Meal planning.
Yeah, but I don't like. I'm weird, right? See, if it's like a frozen pizza or like fish fingers or like scampi or something, I'll take it out of the freezer and I'll eat it. But see, if it's like something that I've cooked and then I put it in and you have to defrost it. See, I don't like defrosting meat. I'm weird. I know I'm strange. I'm just I don't like. So
Yep.
nah. Yeah.
That's all right, as long as you don't put a negative energy to the words of strange and weird, you know?
I didn't know that Cadbury can no longer call their products chocolate anymore because there's not enough cocoa solids. I like cacao now. I'm going to start drinking that.
Most of the ice cream now in our shops, they can't even call it ice cream because it has so much guar gum and Korean bean and wax and all these things. They call it a frozen dessert treat.
Wow. Do you know what gar gum is? It's literally wallpaper paste. It's exactly the same stuff as they put in wallpaper paste.
Delicious.
It's just a filler, isn't it? It's just, and it wraps around all your intestines. It's like
Right? Or like
melty
horse
cheese.
hooves to make jello and stuff, you know?
Aye,
Or,
like,
or
yeah.
send the horse to the glue factory.
See, gelatin, like beef gelatin and pork gelatin, really hurts my tummy. See, if I ever
Oh,
get like what you would call candy, if I get like sweeties, I've started to get the vegan ones, and I'm not vegan, but they're so much gentler on my tummy. There must
right.
be something in it. It'll be some
I think that's
synthetic.
it's like weakness.
Right. But I've stopped buying sweeties. Like I was really bad yesterday. When I seen the mini eggs, I was bad last week.
It's so
Um,
good.
but my weakness is crisps, and I'm so bad for crisps, so I just can't buy crisps, or I'll eat the whole multi-bag. But the thing is, the crisps that you get, see, it's Taco Tuesday. The thing is, the bags that you get in a multi-bag are only like wee tiny totty ones, so you're like, that's not even a full bag. I need to have another one. And then you have another one, and you're still not satisfied. And you're like, well, I may as well have four, because that's just like having two
Yeah.
bags. And then there's only two bags left in the multi-pack, so you're like, well, you're looking lonely. Coming home with me tonight? And then you bunch them. No, just me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that stops.
I made peanut butter cookies the other day. Peanut butter
Ooh.
with Rice Krispies in it. They're delicious,
Ooh,
right?
wow.
And my batch makes 12 cookies. And
Weird
I
combo.
was like, in the morning, my cousin Christine came to pick me up to go to town and get paintbrushes and stuff. And I only had 4 cookies left. And I was like, here, have some peanut butter Rice Krispie cookies. I was like, I made these yesterday and there's only 4 left, which means I ate 8 cookies the night before.
It's
Like,
easy done. Easy done. They shout on me if I make something and they're in the kitchen. I have my wee bit. Later on, they're like, "Hello, Zoe, I need in your belly." And I'm like, okay, you've twisted my arm.
if there's
Yes.
anyone out there that loves peanut butter cookies, if you use the 3 ingredient peanut butter recipe, which is 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of granulated or brown sugar, and 1 egg. I add a teaspoon of vanilla to that and then whip it
Nice.
up into the batter. And then I add between 1/4 and 1/2 a cup of Rice Krispies.
That's
And I
funny.
stir that in. And then that generally weighs to the point where each one of my cookies weighs 44 grams or so dry weight. Because I like to weigh all my cookies. That way everyone is identical.
Oh no. No, you make the big one because that's like the cook's one. Like especially if you're putting like I've got to watch what I say on YouTube, but you know that nice oil stuff that you get.
Yeah.
You need to make and with those you need to make a batch without those and a batch with it because you get the munchies, but you can't go back to the ones with the oil because you're just going to end up on that vicious circle. So you need to make a batch of normal, batch of bad boys. Yes.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's 2
I
days
can't
in a
do
row
the
I've been
edibles.
talking
You
about
know, still to
cookies.
this day, I can't do edibles. I mean, I'll smoke diamonds all day long, and I'll smoke rosin all day long, or shatter and flower and hashish. But edibles, I just can't do it because you can't uneat it. And I
Yes.
mean, I've smoked until the cows come home, and I've never tripped out like I was on acid. Yet I've had friends of mine that eat too many gummies and they're tripping balls and think people are after them and like go into some crazy kind of psychosis. And it's just like, man, cannabis shouldn't do that. Like,
No, totally. Like the worst I've had is I thought I was falling off my bed, but I was like still on my bed. Like it was fucking brilliant. Like it was a really good laugh. And I made those cookies myself, so I know exactly what went in them. But I'm very wary of getting edibles off other people because I don't know what the kitchen's like. I don't know if they've washed their hands before they've touched. Like I'm a bit like that. I'm
yep.
like, oh, especially if I'm ingesting it. And I found out that if you have like hot chocolate ones, the fat in the milk takes ages for it to go through your system. So I was getting hot chocolate ones and just eating the hot chocolate off the stick without making it, but bloody strong. Yeah. Anyway, I'm probably going to get chucked off bloody YouTube for talking about stuff like that. Peanuts have an ingredient, larginine, that can cause cold sores and herpes flare up. Wow, interesting.
Wow.
And Lisa's the same,
Listen, you know what?
James.
Herpes, you know what? People talk really bad about herpes, but I've got one good thing to say about it. If somebody's like hitting on you and trying to go out on dates and you don't want anything to do with them, just tell them you got herpes. They'll fucking go away.
Totally. And the good woman is wondering what thoughts are on all the mushroom products. Do you mean like the ones on Amazon and stuff like that? or do you mean the magic mushroom ones that are on Amazon? Because I'm seeing a lot more like lion's mane and stuff like that for creativity and for like neurology, obviously for your brain. But I'm also seeing magic mushroom bars, but you can't sell magic mushrooms on Amazon, so how are they even listed? And then people are in the reviews going, these aren't magic, and it's like, no shit, it's Amazon, mate. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I like that people are going back to herbs and spices and rather than going to pharma for stuff. It's like collagen. I've just ordered collagen because we used to have bone broth a lot as we would of our ancestors as such, but we don't have that as much. So I've got grass-fed bovine, it's eggshells and something else, and it's just in wee capsules. So in a few months I should be looking 21 again. I'll be like,
make
ooh.
sure you look at where they source their beef collagen.
Oh, I did. I looked all because I did because I'm like that. I just kept going and kept going and kept going, and I got one that's not even arrived until the end of February because I had to get one that was like from a special place. Because most places, yeah, if you look into it, like you find out that their stuff's not even from places that's meant to do it, and yeah. Especially with Brexit and stuff, you've got to watch.
Or the collagen you're getting is from like a batch of like 10,000 fucking cows. You know?
No.
Yeah, the Liver King with all of his supplements and this and that were pulled up, and the guys did the deep dives, and it's supposed to be 100% New Zealand and Switzerland collagen, but then you look at the companies that the collagen was sourced from, and they don't even get their collagen from these countries. They get it from Pakistan and India. And
nah, it's not on. It's like if I looked up Scottish honey the other day on Amazon, and there was like one or two. And then it was still listed as Scottish honey, but it was actually from Latvia. They were all from Latvia. So you have to really double, triple, quadruple check where your stuff's coming from, what the labels are. Are the labels real? Look for reviews. Like, I don't just jump onto something.
It could be a product. The honey could come from Latvia in 45 or 50-gallon drums, and then it gets packaged in Scotland and becomes a product of Scotland. The U.S. is notorious for that. They buy things from Mexico that they can't even sell to their own people, and then market it as product of California organic and sell it to other countries.
Wow. That's dirty, isn't it? That's just dirty.
California is big on that. They buy stuff from Mexico that they can't sell to the U.S., and then they package it and export it to other countries as a product of California because it was packaged there.
Yeah, totally. But it's good that I'm seeing, like the good woman saying, in Frangleberry pigeon pie, mushroom coffee. I'm seeing a lot more like on Instagram. There's adverts and things like that. Yeah.
Chaga, the root that grows on birch trees here naturally and all over places. I hear like that's got really good health benefits to it. And like you had said, lion's mane, that there's a bunch of fungus out there that's good for us.
But what I think they'll do is they'll start making like synthetic shit. So you're not really getting the mushroom, you're getting synthetic. Basically, it's like Big Pharma again, but they're just being sly and hiding it as like mushrooms, but it's not mushrooms, it's synthetic shit. Because that's what will happen. That's absolutely what will happen.
Yeah, it'll be like lab-grown chicken. Well, it's chicken, but
even look at the legal weed as such. Like, that's all grown in big massive factories down south. I think it's Theresa May's husband that's got most of the UK medicinal cannabis, which is totally legal, has been since 2018. You just need to have a prescription. But they irradiate it, or is it irradiate it? Oh my god. Anyway, they literally sterilize it. That's cool. They literally sterilize it. And that takes all the terpenes away, which is half the therapy. That's the word.
Like
I can never say that word. Yes, that's what they do. And I was like, this is doing me no good. Like, half the therapy is the terpenes in my eyes. Because, so I cancelled that prescription after about 6 months because I was just throwing money away. But I see a lot more and more people on the medicinal cannabis now, which is great. If it's getting them off painkillers or any meds, that's fantastic. But weed's not for everybody. It really isn't. A lot of people don't have the brains for it. It can...
That's true, but if it can get somebody off of opiates, then
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
If it can help people that are going through chemotherapy and radiation treatment so that they don't feel
Absolutely.
as nauseous and they feel hungry,
Yep.
there is great medical benefits, and
Yep.
it's been proven time and time again all over the world. That's why more and more places are following suit.
Yep.
Look at Thailand. Thailand used to be one of those places you got
Yeah.
caught with weed, you died. And
Yeah.
now they're like, oh, it's legal, and we've got a billion-dollar industry being built under,
But I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, peeps, I know certainly at the beginning when they changed the laws, you had to use the seeds that they provided. So once again, it's probably some bloody GMO, bloody crap seed quality thing. It might be different now, but I know for sure that when they changed it, you had to use like Thailand government seeds, which
Right.
was, yeah,
But then
so
it falls into just like here in Canada when the government was like, okay, you can grow cannabis and you can have this many plants and you can have this much dry weight. I mean, I was allowed to have 140 some plants and 30 pounds of dried cannabis, or 14 point some kilos of dried cannabis I'm allowed to possess. They're not coming here to check.
Hey,
I could have had
140.
5,000 plants here and they would have never known.
Oh, David Beckham did CBD and it turned out to be synthesized. Yeah, like all the mainstream stuff will all be like that.
Yeah.
Because it kind of has to be because they're not allowed to use certain parts of plants for stuff, and yeah, just yeah,
You can buy
basically.
really good CBD dry flowers for a product out of Spain, and they'll ship it right to your house. They don't care what country you're in.
Well, I do like CBD. I think CBD's underestimated, to be honest with you. I really
Yeah,
do.
KC33. There's a KC33 was the strain name, came out of that was grown in Spain. Is a fantastic CBD strain.
Nice, because I got stuff a couple of weeks ago from an alchemist, so it's not stuff to get stoned, it's to heal, and I had no
Yeah.
pain. I had no arthritic pain at all. I was like, wow, but I wasn't like stoned, so it's good for
So the
absolutely
thing
love that.
about that, right? So the largest cell structure in the human body is the cannabinoid 1 receptor. It's the largest receptor in the human body, and it gets lit up by CBDs. So
That's mad.
if we had CBD in our diet, which you would get high amounts of CBD oils through the consumption of hemp seed, which was quite common in times of famine. They would cook
Yeah,
hemp seed like a gruel, and you would get all these amazing health benefits from it that we don't have anymore.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So if people started ingesting good CBDs on a regular basis, they would find they would get a lot less health problems. Arthritis problems could go away, diabetes problems, some of them can be alleviated, all by lighting up the cannabinoid 1 receptor.
Yeah.
Now, for the people that like to ingest for to have fun and to catch a buzz, if they were taking CBD on a regular basis, they would need about a third of the THC that they normally was required, because the cannabinoid receptors are lit up from the CBD. When you then take in THC, the THC is more readily absolved into our body.
Yes, and I've heard that say you're really stoned, right? Of THC, if you need to clear it, just have the pure CBD because that literally clears the receptors, and then it's like you can get
It's like
stoned
a
again.
reset.
Aye, because I know somebody had taken too much of the full extract cannabis oil. And I mean, they could hardly even open their eyes. They were just away with it. But you know you're going to be okay, but they didn't like it. And we were advised to give them pure CBD, and right enough, it was like just came out of coma. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy. I love that feeling
It's
though,
like
when you
the
can't open your
Narcan.
eyes.
It's like Narcan for people that are too high on pot.
Totally. Hey,
You
I
know?
like that feeling when you can't open your eyes, but I don't like the heavy feeling the next day because I'm quite a morning person. So I like to be like, and then you're like on your third coffee and you're like, I'm still just not happening. Good for
That's why I
anxiety.
like my sativas.
See, sativas can make me anxious. It's
Right.
weird. Just
Well,
I get a bit.
if you ingest some sativa that's making you anxious, right, then it's most likely you're not doing something that cannabis is wanting you to do, which is be creative or
Yeah, because
be
people,
active.
yep, People don't smoke
right?
weed the
Like
right
if you're
way.
sitting, if so, say you're being active, say you're cleaning the house and you're smoking and you smoke some sativa, and all of a sudden you start feeling anxiety, even though you're cleaning. Chances are that cannabis wants you to write poetry or color or draw or
Yeah,
paint.
I like that.
The type of cannabinoids in that sativa are not meant for being active,
Yep,
but they're meant for
absolutely.
they're lighting up that part of the brain for creativity or whatnot. And because that's not being fed, you start feeling anxious, and you're like, man, why am I feeling all weird? I love that I'm getting my fridge clean. And it's
Yeah,
just like, well,
totally.
this sativa wants you to paint, not clean the fridge.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Or vice versa. Say you're doing some awesome painting or you're making your wands and you smoke a sativa and all of a sudden you start feeling a bit anxious, go start cleaning your cooker.
Yeah, totally.
Right? And see what happens.
Yep. Because I used to do that when the doctor used to give me diazepam when I was really bad with anxiety years ago. And then I'd end up cleaning cupboards out and all that. Because obviously I was gripped by the anxiety. And then when you don't realise, you don't feel high or anything. You're just like, oh my God, I've just cleaned like four cupboards out. It's weird. But I think that's being neurodiverse as well. Drugs affect me differently. Like, I keep forgetting I've got, like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, hi, James, and I'm forgetting I'm on, like, YouTube. It's not a doobie, guys. It's just a roll up. Yeah, so it's managing what works for you. You know, if some people still have to take meds, so be it. You know, some people have to take meds as such. I'm not saying that all medicines are bad, but we need to start going back and unlearning and taking it right back to the core. You know, like Mother Earth gives us all the things that we need: shelter, medicine, food, and it's all there. Hi, Colin. Thanks for joining, buddy. Nice to see you here. We're just having a little chat
That's like
about
when I say to people that are suffering from mental illness, that I say to a lot of them that they might not need this cocktail of medications that they're on. They might just need a good therapist. Somebody to teach them how to sort through their emotions and their traumas and their chaoses, etc. They might not need this medication. It doesn't mean that they don't need medication.
Totally agree.
Right? But in Canada, doctors are so quick to be like, oh, mental illness, Prozac, mental illness, lorazepam, mental illness, Ativan, mental illness, this, mental illness, that. Nobody is offering them therapy. I was like, wow, you feel like shit every day. Well, did somebody tell you since you're a child that you're a piece of shit every day? Because maybe that's why you feel that way. And maybe if somebody would teach you to deal with those feelings and that it wasn't okay and that you're not a piece of shit, you wouldn't feel like a piece of shit and you wouldn't need those medications anymore.
Totally. It's
but
like putting
aren't given that opportunity.
Putting a wee plaster on a huge wound. You know, it might help you for a couple of months or something, but you need to get to the root. And that's what they were doing me. The doctors, they were just giving me more, giving me more, giving me more. I mean, my prescription was like that. And it was just like, no.
Yep.
And side effects.
That's it. They're putting band-aids on a wound that needed stitches.
Yeah, exactly. And it might hold you together for that little tiny bit, which is great, you know? Like, I've seen people completely change their lives because they've been on meds. But then it could be the placebo effect. It could be that whole, right, okay, I'm doing antidepressants, I'm going to start this, I'm doing that. I can see my sunbed. I think it's got a little bit burnt on my chest. Sorry, just noticed that. I think that's what it is.
That's one thing that I love when you just said placebo effect. Let's focus on that for about 30 seconds, a minute, or whatnot. So, for anyone here in the chat or whatnot, you've seen placebos work on people, right? That goes to show you the power of our mind.
Absolutely.
Because if our mind believes this is going to help us, it helps us, right?
Yep.
So that's why when I do my videos now, when I end them, I say, remember, if somebody says nobody cares, James Collins cares, and I believe in you, right? Because if I believe in you and start believing in yourself, it's not a placebo effect, right? Our brains believe what we tell it. If we tell ourselves we're stupid because we left our house keys in the house or our car keys in the house when we're going outside, our brain will believe we're stupid.
Absolutely.
Right?
Of course.
If people are constantly telling you that you're a fucking piece of shit and you're no good, you're going to believe it. So that's why I like to just try to remind people that you're fucking awesome and you're not perfect. Just don't give up. Don't be a quitter, right? Because quitters never win. If you try something and you win the first time, probably wasn't very hard and it wasn't worth winning. the prize isn't going to be very exceptional. You know, if you want to win an exceptional prize, you got to lose a lot of times before you find the winning formula. And not everyone's formula is going to work for you. You got to find your own formula. But it all starts with believing that you can get better. And I believe in you.
We believe in you.
So,
I love your words.
Yeah, so no more placebo effect on ourselves. Let's just make our brains understand that the placebo effect works because the brain says that it works. So if we tell our brain that it will work, eventually it'll work.
Of course, absolutely. I remember being in psychology class at college, probably about, 9 years ago. And the chief guy, the head of the department, was like, when you smoke marijuana, that's it, your brain cells die. And I was the oldest in the class, but I really wanted to hide the fact that I smoked weed because all the young ones were doing it and coming and stinking off it and that. And I was like, I'm not getting tired of that brush. So I never told them. And I ended up being top of the class, like after being out like learning and everything. And I really wish to this day that I'd actually went, look, I've got something to confess and I want to prove you wrong. I've smoked copious amounts of ganja since the age of like 11, 12 years old. And I've managed to smash her class. Do you know what I mean? Because I can see why people do get tired with the whole stoner thing. There's a big difference to waking up, having if you're not getting shit done and you're not looking after yourself and your place is an absolute mess, have a word with yourself. That's not, that's an addiction. That's a completely other ballgame. You need to really address yourself. But for me,
for those same people, I would have said to that teacher, sorry to interrupt, but
No,
I
go for
really
it.
don't want to lose the thought.
No,
I
no.
would have said to that teacher, oh, so potheads are dumb, et cetera, then why is it Silicon Valley in California, et cetera? And all of the computer fancy stuff that was created and all the new cable types to run electricity. Why was that all created and invented by hippies?
Exactly.
Hot-headed acid heads that were at Woodstock. Then they all hit like 30 and were like, well, that was fun. Let's do something. And they were all like technological geniuses, yet they smoked pot and did acid for like 9 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And I was quite shocked because I thought he was quite, head of department. I thought he was going to be a little bit more open-minded. But yeah, and I really wish to this day that I'd actually been like, look, I'm sorry, Dr. Fisher, but no, you're wrong. But hey ho, hindsight is a wonderful thing. Now I just looked in, it was 56-56.
I got 12-21.
Nice.
I got 1, 2, 2, 1.
Love
my
that.
dog's barking. I believe my ride is here to go to get tobacco products.
Perfect timing then. Perfect timing. Thank you once again, James. I hope you have an amazing day going out and you're out in the boots. I will connect with you later on. Thanks for being here. If there's anything you want to say, but you have just said an amazing piece anyway. So yes, I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to remind us all that we're doing the best we can and to forgive ourselves and give ourselves a little bit of this. Forgive ourselves isn't the right word, but just be nicer to yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's try to be nicer to ourselves. And if we're nicer to ourselves, it'll automatically reflect on how we treat others.
Nice.
Remember, when somebody says nobody cares, James Collins cares. Thanks for watching. I believe in you.
I love it. Thank you, Jamesy. Have a great day. I'm going to just say a wee piece before we go. So enjoy your day and we'll connect later on. Have a brilliant time. Love you. Bye, honey. Bye. So yes, thank you, peoples, McPeoples, for all being here. You're all amazing. I am back next week with Oracle cards. I think I'm going to do it on a Tuesday. I'm back with the Jackbox games. I'm going to just probably do that once a month at the moment. If you would like more, drop me an email, let me know. I am easy Ozzy, as they say. So I just want you to know that it's still literally not time to be making all these mad changes in your life. It's just time to be putting the seeds in, setting the seeds, laying the foundations. It is still winter. We are nearly there. We have not got long to go. But thank you all for being here. Thanks for supporting James. We really need to get something together to get him some donations, funding. I mean, he's done so much. So yeah, let's get on to that. But yeah, thanks again. You're all amazing. And like James said, please be kind to yourself, okay? And rest when and as needed. Thank you all. I love you all. Goodbye. I'm going to stick a wee trailer on or something. Goodbye.